how do you record your feelings in your journals? The most common way, of course, is to just write things down. And that may be just a single word that describes your primary feeling, the primary emotion, your most obvious one for the day. Or you might want to elaborate and do some long form and express quite in detail how you're feeling. But there is so much more you can do in the way you record your feelings and your emotions in your diaries and logs. So for example, if we stay in the realm of verbal journaling, you can use poetic language, and that can be really powerful because the words that are expressing images and metaphors can really paint a picture, literally, of how you feel in ways that more prosaic terms do not quite convey. So that's something else that you might want to consider. Now let's go even further outside of the realm of the verbal element of journaling. You could use a color. So for instance, you might associate red with anger and blue with sadness, or whatever other correlation you make. And you might want to create a dot chart with those colors, or you can use graphs and you can decide that actually there is one particular emotion that you are looking at, and you are deciding that on a scale of 1 to 10 you might be feeling more or less anxious, more or less happy, more or less concerned. Whatever emotions you're trying to track, you can track them on a chart. Another idea is that you can decide to use music to correlate with emotions. So a very simple example is minor keys for emotions like sadness and major keys for happiness. And you might want to actually record a little snippets of music that either you create or you find and you create a playlist of, that shows your emotions on a particular day or a particular hour, even if you want to record it on a shorter time frame. Another example is if you have a particularly expressive face, for instance, you might want to just take a picture of your face that shows how you feel. You might feel elated, you might feel concerned, you might feel subdued, you might all of these emotions can be captured, even if you are lacking the vocabulary or you're not comfortable with using a verbal approach to your journals. So here is just a very short subset of the kind of things you can do just for your emotions.